संगीता मैम, आपने YouTube लाइव ऑन कर दिया?
आ रहा है
मैम
ऊपर लिखा आ रहा है लाइव ऑन YouTube।
हाँ, पर YouTube पर कुछ नहीं आ रहा है।
प्रियंका, it will start exactly at 2.
अच्छा, तो यहाँ पर तो लाइव आ गया। इससे क्या मतलब हम निकालें?
कहाँ पे लाइव आ गया?
हमारे Zoom विंडो पे दिखा रहा है।
स्क्रीन पे आ रहा है।
स्क्रीन पर आ रहा है।
वो एक्चुअली रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए शायद उन्होंने करा होगा। लेट मी व्यू स्ट्रीम।
निधि मैम, एनी रेस्पॉन्स फ्रॉम सोना मैम?
ये लाइव हो चुका है। ये YouTube लाइव है अभी, क्योंकि इन्होंने लाइव अभी कर दिया शायद मैम ने। वी आर लाइव नाउ।
निधि मैम?
हाँ साहिल, I'm just calling. Her number is not in a reachable form.
Okay.
I just dropped the text also few minutes before.
प्रिंसिपल मैम भी आ गए।
हाँ जी। चलो, वेरी गुड। शुरू करें। It's 13:58. 2 minutes left.
Yes, ma'am. I think we are already live on YouTube. Sangeeta ma'am, please share the link. And
उस पे कर दिया मैंने अपने वाले को।
Sahil, I have joined. Sahil, I have joined.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. I think now we can start.
We can start.
I joined at 1:45 and then I left for a while and came back.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We have seen you.
Thank you. Okay. Ma'am, do we start? Preet ma'am?
Yes, you can start.
All right. Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to you all.
I have shared the link on group ICT FTP 2020.
I have joined.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. Okay, sir. I think now we can start.
Wait, it is 2 minutes in 2 o'clock. Let us wait till 2 p.m. It's still 1:08.
एंड जिसका भी YouTube अगर चल रहा है तो प्लीज उसको ऑफ कर दीजिए, क्योंकि देयर विल बी इको। ओके,
हाँ, प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ। केवल जो होस्ट हैं वो ऑन रखेंगे अपना।
हाँ, YouTube को भी
साहिल सर, किरण मैम
थोड़ी छांच है कहीं, देखो।
हेलो
जी
किरण मैम।
कर लो। हेलो, 2 मिनट है क्या? ना रोड क्रॉस कर लो, गोल चक्कर क्रॉस कर लो।
किरण मैम।
निधि बोलो।
Yes, ma'am. I just had word with Sona ma'am. She's coming online, and she has a meeting at 2:30 around. So she wants, if it's possible, to 2:20 if she can speak.
So,
Yes, we will be precise. We will be very concise. So it is okay. I think we can manage like this.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
रिफ्लेक्शन आ रहा है और आगे करना जरा।
So shall we start?
I think we should. It's
Okay.
Do I?
Please start, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to you all. I am Dr. Kiranjeet Sethi. It's my honor and pleasure to be the Chief Coordinator of this illustrious faculty development program. Before I start with the proceedings, let me share a few things about this FTP with you. This FTP is being conducted under the aegis of Ministry of Home Affairs and Matatundri College in association with Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching Learning Center, Research Development and Services Cell, Ramanujan College, have jointly organized this 2 weeks online faculty development program on ICT-based new paradigms of e-teaching and e-learning, digital pedagogy. And this FTP will be from September 15th to 30th September 2020. A few lines about our college. Matasundri College is named after the consort of the 10th Guru of the 6th, Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Matasundri College for Women is one of the well-recognized colleges of University of Delhi. With its extremely well-qualified teaching faculty and an efficient sports staff, the college provides an ideal learning environment for young women as they embark on their journey of life, giving shape to their most cherished dreams and wings to their creative pursuits. Ramanujan College, University of Delhi, is located in the well-known area of Kalkaji in South Delhi. It has a highly qualified, dedicated, and committed faculty. The college runs 15 courses in different subjects in humanities, commerce, and science streams. It is also the study center for the students of the School of Open Learning, the Non-Cultured Women's Education Board, and the Indira Gandhi National Open University. Ramanujan College has also been selected by the MHRD as a National Resource Center. The Ministry of Human Resource Development launched the Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching in 2017. One of the main objectives of this mission is to facilitate teacher training by constituting teaching learning centers in various institutions of higher education in our country. This 2 weeks FTP aims at making learners equipped with G Suite tools, creating e-content, audio-video lectures, open source software tools, organizing live sessions, introduction to OER, etc. I am sure all of you will enjoy all these modules for the next 2 weeks. And now I take this opportunity to invite our principal, Professor Harpreet Kaur, to deliver her welcome address. Professor Harpreet Kaur has been heading this institution, Matasundri College for Women, since November 2018. Under her able leadership and guidance, college has been achieving greater heights. A true guide and philosopher, she's a prolific writer, having written 23 books, numerous research papers, book reviews, and she has papers presented at national and international platforms. She's also guided students for their research and has received many certificates of appreciation for her work. There is, in fact, so much to say about her. However, I will not come between you and ma'am, and I will now invite her to deliver her welcome address. Professor Harpreet Kaur.
Thank you, Dr. Kiranjit. Good afternoon, everyone. It is really my pleasure that Ramanujan College has accepted our request for this FDP. And it is like delving into new ventures in the academics. And so jointly, I think we can do quite many things. And I thank Professor S.P. Agrawal from the core of my heart. Thank you, sir, for this opportunity.
Ma'am, welcome, ma'am. Welcome.
Yes. Also, our chief guest for the day, Dr. Sonaj, I think she is very impressive, and she is a woman we see in Jharkhand, and her CV is so impressive that I was really impressed by what milestones she has achieved. And of course, leading a university in that manner, and a woman leading, so it is really appreciable. I welcome you, ma'am. And all the participants of this webinar and this faculty development program, I really welcome all of you. Now this FDP is quite long, as 15 days. And I think you have to take out a lot of time from your busy schedule, because here classes are also on and other things are on. And along with this, you are doing this FDP. So I really congratulate you that you have taken up this initiative in this manner and you have joined this. Mata Sundari College has done FDP in the past with other TLCs also. In the last week only, we completed one FDP on new education policy 2020, and especially regarding the languages. So we just focus on the new languages and the local languages, which is at the core of NEP. And of course, the changes. In national education policy also, this digital education and digital divide has been a main concern, and which has become in forefront, especially after the COVID. Before COVID, we were using the technology, but yes, we were using it to supplement what we were teaching. But now we are doing it fully through the digital medium. And of course, the last semester teachers were a little apprehensive also, and they were in the process of learning. But now I think most of the teachers are doing, and I think the 100%, or at least in my college, they are using G Suite and all with the training we gave them during the break also. And all through the researches also, what I found, especially in the developing countries, this problem was there not only in India, but also in many other countries. Now the teachers were apprehensive there also, and they did not know the technology. Then the digital medium, they had access to digital medium, but they had not used it so comprehensively. But a little training, I think, will work wonders. And this is one opportunity when training will be given to the faculty in detail. And where you can enhance, because there is no end to learning. The more we delve into digital technology, I think there are so many avenues which are unfolded in front of us, and we want to learn them also. And all these technologies like YouTube and live streaming and all, of course, many of us know also, but many of us have to learn also by hands-on training. And so not only theory, but I think we'll give you this hands-on training also, and with a team of very efficient team from both the sides, including Dr. Kiranjeet and Megha, Priyanka, Vijaya, Sangeeta, Ashima, and also Dr. Vibhash, Dr. Sumit Nagpal, and Dr. Nikhil Rajput, Sahil, and Vipin, and all this, and of course, under the mentorship of Professor S.P. Agrawal. Of course, he's been doing really wonders, and Ramanujan College has been doing really good things. We hear and we read about it so often. So with this successful and very team, I think this FDP is going to be very successful. And again, I have a word of appreciation for all the participants, and welcome the guest again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. That's so nice of you to take out some time from your busy schedule. I will now call upon, I'll request Professor Dr. S.P. Agrawal, Principal Ramanujan College, to say a few words. But before that, let me introduce Professor Agrawal to you. Dr. S.P. Agrawal, Principal Ramanujan College, University of Delhi, is a dynamic visionary, exemplary leader, outstanding administrator, passionate researcher, and a motivational teacher and mentor. As an administrator and leader, he has brought about a paradigm change in the functioning of Ramanujan College, erstwhile Deshbandhu Evening College, by being at the forefront of establishing structures, systems, and processes, implementing creative and innovative ideas, and leading by example. As a result of his guidance and concerted efforts, the college got an A-grade accreditation from NAAC, NAAC. I welcome you, sir, here, and I would request you to please address the audience.
Thank you, Dr. Kiranjeet, for the nice words.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon and welcome to all the dignitaries and the participants. Our chief guest today, Professor Sonajaria Mins. I'm sorry if I'm not, communicating well. Vice Chancellor Sido Kanhau Murmu University in Dhumka, Jharkhand. Ma'am, you will be glad to know I have seen that place, but I have not seen the university. It's, I think, a tribal area. Welcome to Madam to be our chief guest. And as my fellow principal said, she is wonderful in terms of her biodata, and she is the right person for today's program. My fellow colleague and principal, Dr. Harpreet Kaur from Mata Sundari College, Dr. Kiranjit Sethi, Dr. Megha Gupta, Sahil, Nikhil, Vipin, and everybody in the organizing team. Welcome on behalf of Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College, in this 2-week long FDP on ICT-based new paradigms of e-teaching and e-learning, digital pedagogy, and it is also equivalent to refresher course. Friends, basic objective of the course is to train you in terms of technology and to equip you so that you can deliver your best to your students. That is the, and it's a outcome based. You can see that there are 14 modules in the syllabus, and very specific outcome based learning will happen in this. We will be very rigorous, let me tell you. It is not a program of any academic staff college or CPDHE where you sit, enjoy, and get the certificate. Probably not. It will be rigorous. You will be engaged for next 15 days. Ramanujan College has already been explained to you. It's a Delhi University maintained, 100% funded by UGC. It's a small institution in terms of Mata Sundari College. We have about 3,000 students and 120 faculty members. As regards Teaching Learning Center, let me briefly spell out what Ministry of Education intent is under this, because it's a special scheme of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission for Teachers and Teaching. And this program started way back in 1617. The basic objective was to train teachers, just like training in civil services, training in banking services, training in other higher services. They wanted that teachers should also be trained. Initially, we planned training for 6 months or so, but it could not be implemented. And now there are 4 segments of training. One is 1 week training, which is equivalent to 1 week FDP, and then 2 week equivalent to refresher course. And then there are 4 week induction program, or we call them orientation program. And at a time, 2 programs we finished yesterday, and we are starting 2 once again. So over this COVID period, that is last 4 to 5 months or maybe 6 months, the Ramanujan College has organized about 18 programs, and we have already trained more than 50,000 teachers, and rather the ongoing program, if we include, will take it to 60,000 teachers. And mainly the area of our coverage is ICT and MOOCs and teaching pedagogy, data analysis, and also subject-based teaching learning. Friends, as Professor Harpreet told to you, see, teachers are greatest learners. That is my feeling too. We will learn very fast, and but we will have to be trained. That is very, very important. Now here, there are 2 things involved: the ICT and the MOOCs. When we talk of ICT, information communication technology. Now, again, the term is in existence for last 20, 30 years. Today, whatever we are doing, we are using the same technology, ICT. MOOCs is massive open online courses. Now, this is also in place for last maybe 10 years or so. The government of India took a lot of initiatives through SWAM platform. Then there are for schools, e-Pathshala. There are various things. I'm not getting into that. But it's a very, good phenomena that this COVID provided us the opportunity to learn more this technology and can do justice with our students, and also use in future as a blended learning. Because let me tell you, in times to come, things will change. It is not, the teaching will not remain that students will come in the class and we will teach and go. No, it is going to change. It's bound to change. So we will have to do the mix of both. So that is my feeling. And as regards MOOCs, if you have seen few of the courses or portals like Modella, Coursera.org or EDX portal, there are a lot of courses, not only in India, but in foreign universities, which you can do online or which your students can do online. And they're pretty cheap. I mean, if you want to do these courses, they charge you only if you want a certificate. Otherwise, you can do free of cost. So this is the power of the technology. But what I'm trying to tell you here is that MOOCs is a very simple thing if you plan it well. That is, there are two portions in it. One, the content, that is also very important, and the technology, that is again. So you will have to combine the content and the technologist. So if I feel like if I want to do something, yes, I can have the content but may not be proficient in technology. So I will take the help of people like Nikhil or Vipin, that okay, give me this technology, the youth and the experienced one combined together can develop a good quality MOOCs. And the basically when we say about MOOCs, let us say we choose a subject, any subject of your field, social science, science, or mathematics, or data, or whatever. Divide that into 7-8 sub modules. That means you say that this is my course, then 7-8 modules are there, and then you do the best of the justice by recording those lectures on those things, and they should be very, very practical, hands-on, as Professor Harpreet said to you. So this is how you can do. And once you go through this course, you will be able to develop this. And we have this EDX portal. We will be glad to host some of these courses on our platform. Another important thing which I would like to share this afternoon with you is that, friends, today the time is little different, in the sense that even in COVID, we felt that several people lost their jobs. A lot of migration happened in terms of labor and other smaller jobs. Now, our focus should be on three things: the entrepreneurship, incubation, and innovation. These are the areas in which we will have to train our students. And then the new technology. The new technology, again, the data analysis, artificial intelligence, robotics, blockchain, or there can be so many things in terms of technology. If you analyze this in terms of COVID-19, you will see that these are the areas we did not see any downturn in the economy. Rather, demand is more for these jobs. There are, you can analyze yourself that there are sectors which flourished during this period. And one sector is the technology, data analysis, artificial intelligence, internet. These are the areas where there was no dearth of jobs or no dearth of downturn in the economy. Similarly, you can think of the areas. There are several areas which I can name to you. Even the education technology, education area, just see the people like Bajus or any other platform. You will see their valuation has gone up during this COVID. Another important thing I would like to tell you here is that whenever we talk to our students regarding this technology and how they feel about this, what are the problems they face, I would like to briefly share with you. The one major problem is the connectivity and the technology. That means either they do not have the best of the equipment, or they don't have the data available with them, or data is very costly, or sometimes data does not come, or electricity gone, or something like that. Well, there are certain things which we can't do anything, but there are certain things in which we can take remedial steps. Like, as regards technology, we should invest something in this, because we all as teachers, even we can tell our students, yes, you will have to buy a good laptop. It is not that you work with mobiles, because there are certain programs which do not work on mobiles. And even if we will have to help them in this, achieving this, we must do. We have tried in our institution this thing. Similarly, regarding the data, there is a lot of companies which are available, but we will have to find the best in your local area. Sometimes small things will help you to improve this thing. Another important thing is the communication skills, because as a teacher, unless until your communication is top class, you will not be able to do justice in in this technology. Because in a classroom it is little different. Sometimes there are various ways to understand gestures and other things, but here things might be little difficult. Another important thing, the content you are delivering. You should be, see, if you are taking a 1-hour lecture in terms of online, I tell you, your preparation should go up to 4 hours to deliver 1 hour of content. So that is the difference between a class and this thing, because class is little different, and here you will have to have something different to deliver. The content should be of top quality. Then you should also be creative in delivering your lectures. Creative, that comes the pedagogy. And then you should collaborate more with your students. Learn from them, rather than teaching. Learn from them, talk to them, and give them opportunity to speak. One lecture may be devoted just in a week for question answer, or listening to their problems and how we can handle them, and then taking presentations from them, or there are various ways of doing it. Another important thing is the critical thinking. Always you in an online situation, you must think critically. Again, as I told you, the training is the key, as ministry said. And also in new education policy, see, the technology has been given lot of importance, whether it is in school education, higher education, or in research. Everything can be done powerfully through open source softwares in education. So our education system needs to be revamped completely, because new education policy is like that. If it is implemented properly, I tell you, things will be entirely different. And also, as in new education policy, Madam Harpreet told you that local needs and the international requirements both need to be met, whether it is local needs of the language or any other subject, or the international requirements, because most of us are exposed to international environment also. So the blend of these two has to be done very carefully. And then another important thing, briefly I will share, and then I will quit. Basically, the health of your students, your own health and health of your students, whether you call it a mental health, physical health, or any other kind of health. Very, very important. See, as a teacher, it is your job to tell to your students that they should take care of this, because online education takes a lot of energy out of you, because 1 hour in front of the technology is equivalent to 4 hours in a classroom. So this is what you need to be very careful. And then when we say that this education, if you get into the 4 pillars of education as per UNESCO, this is very relevant as of today. The 4 pillars are learning to know, and then learning to do yourself, learning to be, and learning to live together. Unless until these 4 things you are able to achieve through this online teaching, you are not going to be the perfect mentor or teacher, or whatever you want to call yourself. And then the learning happens, whatever we teach as a teacher, as a mentor, 1/4 of the learning is done by that. And 1/4 of learning is through peers, by the class. Even we, if we, when we organize these programs, we learn so many things out of talking to each other, and then listening to the good people and great people, we learn a lot. Then practicing, 1/4 by doing the practice, and 1/4 of learning happened due to analysis, actual application, and then analysis, analyzing that, and that is called critical analysis. So friends, the learning happens you know, over the period, we have to unlearn certain things, and then we have to relearn as per the demand. Like COVID demand was that we should learn lot of technology in order to communicate with our, with this. Thank you very much. And we are very you know, highly enthusiastic about the collaborations, and we are glad that we did with Mata Sundari College. That will bring more into the system. We will learn more, they will learn more, and our participants will learn more. With this, once again, thank you and welcome to our dignitaries. Over to Madam Sethi.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights regarding digital teaching and learning. Thank you so much. And it's a collaboration with TLC Ramanujan College that this FTP has been possible. And of course, in future, we would like this association to continue for many more such FTPs. Thank you so much. Our chief guest today is Professor Dr. Sona Jharia Mins. Our sincere gratitude that she has spared time for us from such a busy schedule. Professor Sona Jharia Mins is an Indian academician and an Adivasi activist. She is a second tribeswoman hailing from Chota Nagpur, and she's been appointed as a vice chancellor in an Indian university. She completed her MPhil PhD in computer science from Jawaharlal Nehru University. She worked as assistant professor at Barkatullah University, Bhopal in 1990 and at Madurai Kamraj University in 1991. 1992, Dr. Mins joined as assistant professor of computer science in Jawaharlal Nehru University. She was appointed associate professor in 1997 and then promoted to be a professor in 2005 at the School of Computer and Systems Sciences, Jawaharlal Nehru University. She was also a Dean of Computer and System Sciences, JNU. She's worked for the rights of underprivileged and groups of Dalit students and was also president of JNUTA and secretary of FETCUTA. And there's so many things to her credit. It is really an inspiring biodata that she has numerous publications, memberships of various organizations, various research projects, all such things. And on 27th May 2020, the governor of Jharkhand appointed her as the vice chancellor of the Sito Kano Murmu University in Dumka, Jharkhand. Professor Sona Jharia Mins, thank you, ma'am. We are really grateful to you. And now over to you, ma'am, for your address. Dr. Mins.
At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers of this 15-day FDP, which is being organized in collaboration by Department of Computer Science, Mata Sundari College for Women, and also the Teaching Learning Center, Research and Development Service Cell of Ramanujan College, both in Delhi University. I feel nostalgic sitting away from Delhi, but then noticing that all the happening of related to this FDP is emanating from Delhi. So there's a bit of can we have the others muted? Because it gets disturbing. Okay, so long as I'm audible to the participants, I think I should go on. So thank you very much for inviting me to be the chief guest for the inaugural of this 15-day FDP. It's a very, very important and pertinent topic and the subject, and given the times we are in, to consider the ICT-based new paradigms of e-teaching and e-learning, the digital pedagogy. And it was very heartening to listen from Dr. Nidhi, who had been, who told me the core team, most of them are from JNU, my school. So there's again another reason for nostalgia. It was a very pleasant moment to listen to the colleagues, the principal of Matasantri College and also the principal of Ramanujam College. Thank you so much for your inputs. I was wishing that I could pick up from where Professor Agarwal stopped, while he was also making a mention about certain aspects that are so close to my heart, sitting here in Jharkhand. And this is in the eastern part of Jharkhand, the 6 districts, which kind of jut into West Bengal. Okay. And if one gets to have a tour, I think this can be a place for ecotourism, because you wouldn't see such lush green expanse in other parts, except probably in Northeast or this part of the country. So that apart, so whatever seems so pleasing and good and in sync with the environment and ecology and other things, the issue which may come, which is the foremost roadblock for my university to continue to be regularly in imparting education in digital, using digital platforms. And I think that Professor Agarwal was just making a mention of that. And considering education to education in general, to also have these underlying commitments or responsibilities of access, equity, and excellence, I think if the first thing, access itself, becomes an issue, then we, as Professor Agarwal was also saying, certain things are not in our hands. Yeah, but if that becomes the major block, there can be again other technology-based solutions only. Am I right? But however, here we are, not to get disheartened or hindered by the speed breakers or the hindrances, but it is right and prudent to be also futuristic. And therefore, it was heartening to see the term e-teaching, although e-learning has been a term for a long, long time, since we have had, the online courses that have been offered and have one has worked or played around with them. But the second term in the theme of this FDP is also very interesting but pertinent, is digital pedagogy. And this is so very important. It goes beyond the tools which may be available, which the technology would provide, and also techniques in order to make things effective, because any aid or any act that is undertaken, or any job that is undertaken, it should be undertaken to see at least it meets 3 parameters, which is effective, the effectiveness, efficiency, and feasibility, right? So unless, these 3 pillars or bases, effectiveness, efficiency, and feasibility are not in the scheme of things, I think that the tool itself, the technique itself, may become a standalone, monumental piece. But then here, I think faced with COVID and COVID condition, technology has been a rescue, has come to rescue for many things, more than just education also. But this FDP is considering to see how to leverage the existing tools, and also see, find out and identify opportunities where technology may play further role in, especially in e-teaching, e-learning, and therefore even, digital pedagogy must get into also if one knows the pedagogy, then digital pedagogy would just be a subset of pedagogy, because I think those of us who may have spent more than a quarter of a century teaching, came to the level 0 as far as, or at the moment we were challenged to take our classes to the digital platform. Those of us who have been using technology at some level or the other found ourselves a little better off than our colleagues who have rarely used it earlier. But then COVID brought everyone to that equal footing, and all needed to learn, as the previous speaker, Dr. Agarwal, was mentioning. Teachers are the fastest learners. But then I think what is here also important is whether we are open to learning. And then, do we want to do it because we want to teach, or do we want to do it because we have to? It is a question of sustenance or just protecting one's job. And therefore, as there may be these various dimensions of, or the components, not dimensions, the components in e-teaching, as and that also differ from discipline to discipline. And also, from sections such as the theory and practical. I'm amazed how fast the technology or software industry has risen to the occasion to also meet the needs at whatever level of practicals. So the kids or the students are not entering the lab, are still able to do something by the simulation softwares, right? So at least there is, they're trying to bring something which a student would have otherwise had in the laboratory. But so we would have to accept, like, this is not this is unlike doing an experiment in a laboratory. Think of a physics, chemistry, or zoology or botany laboratory, unlike our computer science laboratory, right? Where there is a physical thing that a student touches an apparatus. A student actually does a dissection. But if all that is simulated, they would just have a foreshadow of what is real. So this is the difference. This is a major difference between the use of a digital platform, and then maybe this can be part of the digital pedagogy, but that the real component still awaits. Yeah. So I used to have this problem with the term whenever they would say virtual meeting, the meeting is real. It is on a digital platform, right? So we could, then these terms such as e-meetings came. So I'm so happy to note that now we're not talking about virtual teaching learning. But that reminds me of the term that I wanted to make a mention of. The digital pedagogy must strive to also achieve whether the space is actually a teaching learning space. Dr. Agarwal was also mentioning that, whether the teachers learn from the students, because that happened when we were in the classroom, right? From the questions of the students also, it helped us connect with something, or like, all that we had learned was on a daily basis also challenged, and which made, it gave a scope to improve or even add to what the knowledge that we thought we had, right? So therefore we continue to learn. So does this platform, will digital pedagogy ensure that the teachers continue to learn, or is it only a one-way traffic? So therefore, let e-teaching not be in isolation with e-learning, or in other terms, are we looking at this digital pedagogy which would be symmetric, like a symmetric relation, right? the teacher does deliver the content and, explanation, and gets to do the tutorial, helps the students with tutorial. But to what extent the questions of the students are also going to be received by us teachers? So I think that should be one of the challenges, or one of the points that we should try to keep in mind as we progress in having more and more LMS systems, the online evaluation systems and tools and techniques to do so. But let us keep in mind that with digital pedagogy, if we strive to achieve that if we strive towards keeping the teaching learning environment on digital platform also, then we would go to the next step. Because right now it seems like a one-way traffic, and on a one-to-one basis, the student might ask a question which gets addressed. So you see, we are not doing one-to-many, or in the sense one student asks questions, but all the students get benefited from the answer for that question. So let us try to also strive in looking at the challenges as opportunities, in order to also come up with solutions which would enable the enhancement of the tools and techniques, not only for the sake of technology, but for the sake of teaching learning. With these words, I would like to congratulate the organizers for organizing this FDP. I understand they've been very creative in slotting out the times, the flexibility they have try to bring in for this FDP, so that more and more teachers may be benefited from this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Very well said. You have connected the technology, digital technology, with the education. And basically, when you said that pedagogy, digital pedagogy is the subset of pedagogy, because pedagogy will remain the same. Only thing is, it is through digital means. And you very well said that education has a specific meaning of access, equality, and excellence. And another important thing which you mentioned, I really appreciate: effectiveness, efficiency, and feasibility. And that is what we are trying to do through this digital mode. And once again, ma'am, for joining from far off place, and we could get your lecture on this platform. Thank you very much.
Yeah, initially I had the connectivity problem for some 12 to 13 minutes. I couldn't get it. Yes. So, see, access is the biggest roadblock, but then we need to be futuristic. Yes.
That's right, ma'am. That's right. So we need to be positive. And
sure.
Let me tell you, whatever we plan, by the grace of God, everything goes right. So today also it has gone right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And in fact, I thank all the dignitaries, Professor Sona Charya-Mins, Professor S.P. Agarwal, Professor Preet Kaur, and other esteemed guests who are present here for the FTP. Now, before we start with the technical sessions, I will invite Dr. Megha to apprise you of the rules and regulations of this faculty development program, and she will also introduce the resource person of the technical session. Over to you, Dr. Megha.
Thank you, Kiranjit ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, I, Dr. Megha Gupta, would like to extend a very warm welcome to all the eminent guests, Professor Sona Jharia-Mins, Professor S.P. Agarwal, and our principal ma'am, Professor Harpreet Kaur, all the faculty members and the participants of this 2 weeks online faculty development program, ICT-based new paradigms of e-teaching and e-learning digital pedagogy. As you all are aware, this faculty development program has been designed to facilitate development of the deeper understanding for e-content creation and the underlying technology, proficiency in use of open source tools for creation of e-contents, awareness on open educational resources, preparation of online assignments, quizzes, grading, and evaluation. The FDP is organized under the prestigious Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching Scheme of MHRD. We at Mata Sundari College for Women with Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College give prime importance to the willing and serious participants who are eager to learn. In this context, it should be noted that FTP certificates will be awarded to only those participants who have successfully registered and paid the fees. It is mandatory to be online and engaged during each session of the FTP. Certificate criteria are to attempt and submit online all quizzes and to complete at least 90% of assignments as per the date mentioned for each quiz and assignment. The assessment test will be conducted on the last day of FDP and it is mandatory to appear for the test and secure minimum 40% marks in it. Feedback form will be shared on daily basis after the session and it is compulsory for all the participants to send online feedback for each session. We have a Telegram group ICT FDP 2020. I request all the participants to join this Telegram group. All the information related to the FDP will be updated there. A discussion forum is available at ms.rc MOOCs platform where participants can post their queries. Also, you can mail us at ftp_ict2020@ms.du.ac.in. Now let us proceed towards our first technical session on Google Classroom. The resource person for this session of FTP is Miss Bhavya Ahuja Grover. Miss Bhavya Ahuja did her MSc in Computer Science from Department of Computer Science, University of Delhi in 2011. She is currently working as an assistant professor in Department of Computer Science, Ramanujan College, University of Delhi. She has a teaching experience of about 7 years. Her areas of interest include cryptography, blockchain, IoT, computational linguistics, and machine learning. She has many publications in these areas. Welcome, ma'am. Now it's over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Megha. Thanks for this introduction and a very warm good afternoon to all the participants and all my colleagues here. This is a very nice endeavor that we all have been doing for the past many months after the pandemic situation, in which we are trying to get digital pedagogy in every
Bhavya
teaching
ma'am,
classroom.
sorry to disturb
Vipin
you.
sir,
Yes.
Yeah. So
you want me to start my video?
yeah. So what we will do is like we have 5 minutes break and then we will start on different link. Yeah.
Yes, we have scheduled at 3 o'clock, ma'am. Okay.
We can start at 3. Your technical session can start at 3.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All the
Dear participants, yeah, please.
Continue, Sahil.
Okay, so dear participants, we'll be sharing you the link over the ms.rcmoocs.in. You can use the platform for the lecture session. Okay, and at 3 o'clock sharp will be uploaded the this live session over there only.
Thank you.
Okay, over to you, Kiran ma'am.
Thank you so much. So we all will be getting a new link and we'll be joining back at 3 in the afternoon. Okay.
Okay.